Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Alternate IndyCar season. Alternate IndyCar is a series in which many drivers and teams will participate in a various championships that will make everybody very happy. This is basically, there's a new point system compared to regular IndyCar. We are using the Mario Kart 8-point system today, or this year, which is kind of like the old kart point system, so that kind of works really well, I think. And there will also be 33 full-time cars because we are entering. Ferrari has entered as an engine manufacturer with a 3-car factory team and a 2-car developmental team. We will get to that in a little bit. Also, Red Bull is on the grid as well. Helmut Marko has decided to start an IndyCar program, and we'll see where everybody is for St. Pete, the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. So starting from the last spot on the grid, we have Carlin's Johnny Cicotto Jr. Cicotto will be a driver that we will watch this year. He has been quite slow. Along in front of him, we have Ben Hanley. Ben Hanley has been kind of on the same pace as Cicotto, which has been, they've been doing 112s while the pole sitter did a 107, so they are not very strong today. Devlin DeFrancesco, in his second year in IndyCar full-time, not expecting a whole lot from him today for the Andretti Autosports team. Of course, Ben Hanley driving for Dragon Speed. Here is Stingray Robb, the rookie, I think out of either Florida or California. I think California. He is currently driving for the Squadra Eurostar Racing Team, one of the Ferrari teams on the grid. And alongside of him, you have Nicholas Latifi driving for Ganassi. Latifi has been struggling quite a bit this year. Pippa Mann driving for the other Squadra Eurostar team. Ferrari really... That Ferrari team did not do very well in qualifying today. And alongside of Pippa, we have Santino Ferrucci, whose AJ Foyt start has not gone his way very well. Up on the next row, we have Benjamin Peterson driving for Foyt. Peterson out-qualifying Santino Ferrucci is quite impressive, with Dan Ticktum in the Red Bull starting alongside the Red Bull Honda. Dan Ticktum, the quite controversial British driver, starting not well for Red Bull comparative to his teammate further up the grid. Jack Harvey driving for the Rahal Letterman Lanigan team, and alongside of him you have Christian Lundgaard, his teammate. We have one of the Ferraris, Oliver Behrman, a former Formula 3 driver, starting in this position as well. He will be an interesting one to watch, along with David Malukas alongside in the only coin car this year. Ferrari has looked fast with their other two drivers. Connor Daly is alongside of Pato O'Ward, who did not have a lot of clean air during qualifying. Pato will be starting kind of a lot further back than his teammates, so watch out for Pato O'Ward to come through the field. Rinus VK outqualifies his teammate, and alongside of him you've got Graham Rahal. Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan, and Ed Carpenter have not looked very strong on the road courses in preseason testing. Kyle Kirkwood is alongside of Liam Lawson in the Red Bull. Liam Lawson has, quite frankly, put on a clinic compared to Ticktum, and Kyle Kirkwood has been kind of the anonymous Andretti driver this weekend. Simon Pagenaud is in the only Meyer-Shank car, and alongside of him you've got Alex Palou in the Ganassi car, looking to do well. Callum Ilott, because there is no Juncos car on the grid right now, has gotten a ride with Andretti Autosport as in a 5th full-time Andretti car. Callum Ilott looking very quick in comparison to maybe the Kirkwoods and DeFrancescos of the bunch. And Marcus Ericsson, the reigning Indy 500 champion, alongside of him. Alex Rossi in the McLaren, in his McLaren debut, is on the grid further up the grid. And Scott McLaughlin also in the Penske now, up the grid as well. I think he's the first Penske we've seen, or the farthest back starting Penske. Felix Rosenqvist in the McLaren, and alongside of him you've got Scott Dixon, the one of the most successful IndyCar drivers of all time, second most to AJ Foyt. Robert Schwartzman in the Ferrari is starting pretty well. Alongside of him, you got Colton Herta. Possibly was going to go to F1, but super license didn't pay out for him. Antonio Giovinazzi starting at P3. That is an impressive start for Ferrari. there. And alongside of him, you've got Will Power in the Penske. And on the front row, we've got Joseph Newgarden on pole and Romain Grosjean in second. So, oops. So, here we go. Down for the green flag here at St. Pete, the Grand Prix of St. Pete. We will just show you some of the highlights of today's race. As here comes Joseph Newgarden to take the green flag here at St. Pete. Romain Grosjean did not get a great start there. And Antonio Giovinazzi did as they rocket through turns 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. Grosjean kind of sails it in wide there. We'll see how this turns out for them. As they go through turn 3, Grosjean gets a really good run through the outside of the corner there as the two Ferraris are fighting for third between Schwartzman and Gio there. And here they go through the twisty section of this track here, the Grand Prix of St. Pete circuit. And looks like Behrman is already starting to get swamped by Lawson and Rahal there. 3 wide a little further back. Don't want to do that too often. Ooh, Rahal nearly gets into the fence there. And onto the backstretch they go. Newgarden's already opening up a large lead up front, it looks like. And congrats to Joseph Newgarden, as he will, I believe, lead the first lap of this race as he rockets through the last corner on this track right now. Joseph Newgarden will lead the first lap of the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Great start to his championship run here, as the reigning IndyCar champion Will Power is right now lost a couple of spots. I think lost a spot to Colton Herta. Colton Herta gained a spot on him there. Biggest loser on the start was Marcus Ericsson, as he went from 12th down to 15th. He did not have a good start there in the Ganassi car. Marcus didn't, and now Marcus Ericsson's going to be kind of on the back foot, I think, for a good portion of this race. Ericsson is going to need to start figuring a way to pass on a very difficult passing circuit right now. Colton Herta is trying to make a move here on Robert Schwartzman for fourth position. However, he's not going to make it easy. Schwartzman isn't. The rookie not going to make it easy on Herta there, as Herta is going to slot behind him and do a pretty good job here maintaining position. As Alex Rossi in the leading McLaren now. Wow, it looks like Rosenqvist lost a couple of spots to Pagenaud, and Dixon actually lost 2 spots on the start as well, so not a great start for the Ganassi drivers in general. And already Ben Hanley and Johnny Ciccato are roughly 4 and 5 seconds slower than the rest of the field. The Dragon Speed and Carlin cars not very strong today, as they might become a lap traffic problem later in the race. As part of our new point system, only the top 12 get points here in IndyCar. So Lawson is currently on the outside looking in, while Scott McLaughlin is in, but he is currently under pressure by Lawson to possibly lose that spot, as Liam Lawson is really had a really impressive start so far. At this stage in the race, Romain Grosjean has been faster than Joseph Newgarden in the lead of this race, so Grosjean is currently really closing in on Newgarden here. And this could get interesting as this race keeps going, as Grosjean looks quick right now compared to Newgarden in the lead, so that lead has been whittling away little by little. Early on in the race, so the biggest battle on track was actually for the all-important 29th position between Stingray Robb and Benjamin Peterson. These two drivers have been really going at it since starting this race, as Benjamin Peterson has a bit of a run. However, Stingray Robb really holds the inside line here. Really strong defense there by Robb to try and make sure that Peterson does not get by. By lap 11, it is getting very clear that Newgarden is starting to lose his tires a little quicker than Grosjean is. And we're starting to come towards the end of a fuel run here in this Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. We're expecting this to be possibly a 2-stop race, maybe a 3-stopper if we're not careful. And if you pit early, we might get a 3-stopper, but here comes Grosjean's looking really strong there as we kind of look through the field here. Let's take a look through the field. Oh, there's Giovinazzi in 3rd, Schwartzman in 4th, there's Herta 5th, Power 6th, Rossi 7th, 8th is Dixon, 9th is Pagano, 10th is Rosenqvist, 11th is Eilert, 12th is McLaughlin, 13th is Lawson, 14th is Ericsson, 15th is VK, 16th is Palou, not a great start for him. Malukas 17th, Kirkwood 18th, Award 19th, 20th Lundgaard, 21st Tictum, 22nd Behrman, 23rd Rahal, 24th Mann, 25th Daly, 26th Harvey, Santino Ferrucci not having a great run in 27th. 28th is Devlin DeFrancesco. 29th, oh, right there, we actually had it looks like Peterson got by Stingray Robb. Peterson in 29th, Robb in 30th, and then Latifi 31st. We're going to go back and take a look at that. Hanley 32nd, and then Chicotto 33rd. But he is right now going to be he's actually holding up race leader Newgarden. Here's the battle between Stingray Robb and Benjamin Peterson. We already saw that Peterson got by it. Let's see how he managed this. This track is incredibly difficult to pass on, as looks like here he goes around the inside here. Normally the outside is a preferred line through turn 3. However, Peterson made it stick as we kind of go down into turn number 4 here at St. Pete. By the, I believe that's by the baseball stadium down there. And that's how Benjamin Peterson got the position, and it looks like he had the inside line through some of those corners there, and that makes it quite easy. Johnny Chicotto has not been a great back marker. However, in IndyCar rules, you do not have to, if you're fighting to stay on the lead lap, you have the right to do that. However, Newgarden probably is thinking that Chicotto should have let him by as he gets by quite... Oh, no, he doesn't! He hits the wall! He hits the wall. That's going to be the first caution of the day. Race leader Newgarden out after hitting the wall there. And that's going to put Grosjean in the lead as we go on board with Romain Grosjean here. You can see he's really catching Newgarden here, but Newgarden just slides wide and gets into the fence, and that's going to knock him out. And he's going to get by Chicotto quite easily there. I know for a fact... that Newgarden's probably not going to be too happy with Chicotto, though, for not making his life easy there. The entire field would pit here under the first safety car of the day, as Newgarden is in. Nobody stayed out, as it's kind of coming to the end of a fuel run anyway. They're a couple of laps short, but what this is going to do is if it goes green the rest of the way, this is going to put us in a real fuel crunch by the end of the race here. Here we go, as they're all on pit road. Let's see who comes off quickly here. Looks like Grosjean's gonna have a really quick stop here. Ooh, oh, that's Hanley coming out early. Remember, he's a lap down. But Newgarden out quickly. Ooh, looks like slow stop for the Dixon team. He was in 8th. He looks like he's gonna come out about 16th there. And actually, I think VK is gonna get him here on the pit road exit. Yeah. So Dixon had a really slow stop there. Dixon lost a ton of spots there, but it's going to be Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Schwartzman, Herta, Rossi, Power, Pagano, Rosenqvist, Eilert, Lawson. Lawson in 10th. Lawson gained a couple spots there. Ericsson, VK, and actually down to 15th to Scott Dixon. Really slow stop for him. So on the restart, Romain Grosjean would lead the field of Antonio Giovinazzi and Robert Schwartzman in 2nd and 3rd. This is a great showing for a debut engine manufacturer like Ferrari right now in IndyCar. And now Grosjean will lead the field back to green here. Away they go, down towards turn number 1. Looks like Power is already making a move in the back on Rossi. Not going to get it, though. We'll see if Gio can do anything. Here, it looks like, oh, Schwartzman's already looking. Oh, but here comes Gio in through turn 2. Giovinazzi's alongside of, and he looks like he might take the lead here, but Grosjean is still there. Grosjean's fighting back, and he will have the inside for turn 4. And this is a good battle for the lead here between Antonio Giovinazzi and Joseph Newgarden. Gio gets into the fence a little bit there. Twice there. So does Schwartzman there. I wonder if everything's going to be okay on those two cars. And now, Grosjean leads. So Romain Grosjean has retaken the lead here. Herta goes wide and makes a move on Schwartzman there. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that wild move there by Colton Herta. So Schwartzman hits the wall there. And looks like he takes the spot there, but Schwartzman's still on his inside. And Herta does get the spot, though, pretty easily there as they enter Dan Weldon Way. However, it had become clear that as the race kept going, Grosjean would start pulling away a bit from Giovinazzi as Herta is doing a really good job kind of catching Gio here. That'll also say Felix Rosenqvist with a great pit stop there. He's up to 7th position here. As Lawson's looking on the backside of Pagenaud here. Ericsson, Eilert, VK is the last car in the points, as it looks like Palou has actually gained a couple of spots from his restart here on lap 18 of 50. Battle between Eilert and Ericsson here, entering turn number 1. Eilert makes a really aggressive move there, but I think Ericsson's going to get it here. Also, a little further back, you got VK and Palou going side by side, not going to make it done either. Positions stay the same as they keep going through the field here around St. Pete here. Again, very difficult track to make passes on. Also, we got Ferrucci on Peterson. This is teammates here. Peterson has been faster than Ferrucci all week, or has been faster than Ferrucci, but it looks like Ferrucci might have the race pace here. The Foyt team isn't exactly the strongest normally, so kind of sad to see, really. A team like AJ Foyt really struggle here. Compared to his two teammates, Oliver Behrman has not done a very good job kind of competing with them. He is currently down in the 19th position. Again, his two teammates are fighting up in the top 5 right now. It looks like Grosjean's just got by Chicado again here. As his teammates are 2nd and 4th, Behrman is. But Ollie Behrman is trying his best there to just kind of hold the station here. As, man, Scott Dixon's really struggling. He's lost a couple of spots since the restart. I think he restarted 13th. I was wrong when I did my initial count. He's down to 16th now. And also, Pato O'Ward been just dogged in traffic all day. We expected more out of O'Ward, as he is a perennial championship favorite. Ben Hanley is making it difficult for Antonio Giovinazzi to get by. However, I think he'll get him in this corner here, as Gio really sails it around the outside there. Great move by Antonio Giovinazzi there. I gotta say, this has been a great day for some of the young guns like Antonio Giovinazzi, Robert Schwartzman, etc. I will also say Liam Lawson doing really well as well. While some of the veterans like Pato O'Ward and Scott Dixon are not doing very well today. Johnny Chicado, of course, holding up some other drivers here. Also, Kyle Kirkwood not doing well for his Andretti debut. Likewise, Pippa Mann goes way wide there. Pippa Mann and Graham Rahal slid wide there. I think Mann might have caught the wall there. Compared to his teammate Liam Lawson, Dan Ticktum has not had a good race, or good weekend, and now it looks like he is going to bring it down pit road a bit early. Maybe he's solidifying himself onto a 3-stop strategy because he knows he's going to struggle a bit here, and I think that's what he's doing. I think he's going to pit and definitely get himself on a 3-stop strategy. Another rookie driver who has a very extensive pedigree who's not doing well is his former Formula 1 driver, Nicholas Latifi, driving for Ganassi. He's all the way down in 28th position. Don't want to be down there if you're Latifi. He should be, quite honestly, on a street circuit doing better than that. The first two cars to make their next pit stop were Pippa Mann and Devlin DeFrancesco. As they're going to do green flag stops right now, that's going to be incredibly important for them to try and possibly get a pit stop strategy here. Also, a number of cars on pit road as well further up. Romain Grosjean would then pit on the start, or coming to lap 30 here. Who else will pit as well? Here comes Gio, here comes Herta, here comes Schwartzman. Ross, looks like Rosenqvist is staying out. Felix Rosenqvist staying out here. I think the guys on pit road, they're going to have to pit again. Rosenqvist, if he could stay out a couple of laps, or even just one more lap, he might be able to make it to the end. Kirkwood out, Lawson stays out, along with Ericsson, Eilert, Palou, McLaughlin, Dixon, Lundgaard, O'Ward, Malukas, Daly, Rahal stays out as well, as does Pippa Man, who's already pitted. So here comes Grosjean out of the pits. Herta beats Gio out of the pits as well there. Bad stop by the Ferrari brigade. They are quite a ways down the order with Schwartzman, and Giovinazzi loses second to Colton Herta. Rosenqvist and company come down pit road the next lap. Actually, Lawson's going to beat Rosenqvist, I think, out here. No, he's not, actually. Rosenqvist, I think, is going to get that spot. So Rosenqvist, they come in the next lap. Could that be enough to get them to go to the end? 19 laps, they're going to have to do some fuel saving, but they might be able to make the end of the race. And on track, they actually have done better. They are currently running 5th and 7th there. Power slots in between them. So Rosenqvist actually gained a couple of spots there on the order here. But now can Rosenqvist make it to the end? I don't think the cars in front of him will. Johnny Ciccato is holding up a giant train again here as he has actually jumped Ben Hanley in the running order. Hanley had a really slow pit stop there. However, Power, Lawson, and Rosenqvist, as Lawson has gotten by Rosenqvist. I'll have to go back and see how that happened. Rosenqvist actually lost a couple of spots there. Now get by Johnny Ciccato. So this is how Will Power got by Felix Rosenqvist here. As he enters lap 32, he is going to set up a really nice move here, taking the outside of the corner here. Rosenqvist bobbled a little bit there in the center. And now he's going to be able to, I think, make the crossover move here on Rosenqvist in order to make the spot. Of course, he has more tire heat because this is right after that pit stop cycle. Although it looks like Rosenqvist is holding on pretty good, except Rosenqvist, Rosenqvist kind of got the wall there. No damage on that car, I don't think. But Felix Rosenqvist loses a spot there. And then Rosenqvist would be held up by Hanley here, and basically he slides wide to try and get by Hanley, and Lawson gets by quite easily there. So Lawson uses Hanley as the pick there, and Liam Lawson is looking like a wily veteran out there. I will say Dan Ticktum, he's being boxed this next lap. Dan Ticktum gained up about 8 spots by short pitting. So Dan Ticktum, he's going to pit again early here, but Dan Ticktum, actually with how he's been gaining positions on the pit stop cycle by pitting early and using tire heat to his advantage, he is actually possibly in the challenge for some points here. And as predicted, Dan Ticktum would be the first to set off the third section of pit stops. However, we're not sure if, like, Rosenqvist and them will even be pitting at all. Or now Lawson's leading that group, but if Lawson and Rosenqvist, his teammate Liam Lawson could be a first-time winner today if he's not careful, as Grosjean's just lapped Ticktum. Kyle Kirkwood would be the official first car to pit on the pit stop cycle here on lap 41 of 50. He doesn't think he can make it. So he comes out of the pits back with Stingray Robb and amongst other drivers as well. But it looks like Grosjean is fully intending on staying out. On lap 43, coming on at the end of lap 42, Brian Herta calls his son Colton Herta into the pits, as does Antonio Giovinazzi come into the pits as well. The Ferrari strategists have as well. As we go through the order here, it looks like there's 2 cars on pit road. Anybody else going to join them? Grosjean, of course, stayed out. As we go through the order here, it looks like Schwartzman stayed out as well. Oh, the battles are ferocious here. What's worse for Grosjean is he's built up a big lead over Herta, who's on pit road, but Grosjean is mired in lap traffic, which we don't think Grosjean can make it. We're a little concerned about Rosenqvist. But, here we go. And it looks like Grosjean will be pitting this lap, it looks like, as the Andretti Autosport team is bringing it down pit road. So Lawson leads this race right now, and it looks like they might be staying out a little bit here, as there is some other drivers on pit road. Will they pit this time, though, is the big question, or are they going to stay out? No, it looks like they might be pitting. At least Lawson is. Rosenqvist is not, though. Rosenqvist and Schwartzman are not pitting. However, to throw a wrench in this, Devlin DeFrancesco would come out of the pits and hit the pit wall and wreck his car, bringing out the yellow flag. And Devlin DeFrancesco would be the first to pit on the pit stop cycle here on lap 44 of 50. So Devlin DeFrancesco would come out of the pits and hit the pit wall and wreck his car, bringing out the yellow flag. And Devlin DeFrancesco would be the first to pit on the pit stop cycle here on lap 44 of 50. So Devlin DeFrancesco would come out of the pits and hit the pit wall and wreck his car, bringing out the yellow flag. And DeFrancesco would have some suspension damage and fall out of the race after this, but the safety car is coming out again. Rosenqvist was told that he will have to pit. They needed more laps of yellow to make this work, so Rosenqvist from the lead on the restart is going to bring it down pit road, as is, who is that further back? Graham Rahal from 6th. He was on a really impressive run as well. Grosjean will take the restart over Herta. Will Herta be able to make a move? Looks like Gio's trying with 3 to go. And Herta's trying on the inside there, but he's got to defend from Giovinazzi there. Doesn't look like he's going to get anything. Here comes Herta on the inside. Is he going to try anything on Grosjean? Not going to work. Not going to work there. And from that point on, it was the Roman Grosjean show all day today. Roman Grosjean comes through the last couple of corners here on lap 50. He is going to come through the carousel to win the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. His first IndyCar victory goes to Roman Grosjean. The Phoenix rises again here at St. Pete. So, Roman Grosjean is our winner today. Colton Herta second, Antonio Giovinazzi third, Liam Lawson gets fourth on a very impressive rookie run for Lawson coming from the middle of the field. Rossi fifth, sixth goes to Scott McLaughlin, seventh goes to Will Power, eighth goes to Eilot, ninth goes to Award, 10th goes to Schwartzman, 11th goes to Ericsson, 12th goes to Behrman. The last car to get points is the final Ferrari. VK Ticktum, Palou, Dixon, Kirkwood. Dixon actually made a nice recovery run because it wasn't shown on video. He dropped down to 26th and then made a comeback. Kirkwood, Malukas, Pagano, Ferrucci, Daly, Harvey, Rosenqvist. Rosenqvist that pit call did not play out for him. He could have had a top 3 spot there if he would have played it smart. Top 5 spot there. Rahal, Lundgaard, Peterson, Mann, Robb, Latifi, Ciccato, Hanley, DeFrancesco, and Newgarden all would fall out of this, would all finish in those particular order. The points leaving St. Pete are as normal as you would expect. Grosjean, Herta, Giovinazzi, Lawson, Rossi, McLaughlin, Power, Eilot, Award, Schwartzman, Ericsson, and Behrman would all get points there. Rookie of the Year is a similar story today as Antonio Giovinazzi. Rookie of the Year is just 1 point for each position they get. Oh, sorry about this. Messed that up. As you can see, Giovinazzi, Lawson comes home with the second position Rookie of the Year right now. Schwartzman, Behrman, Ticktum, Peterson, Robb, Latifi, Ciccato, and Hanley in that order. Ciccato did beat Hanley there. Honda currently leads Chevy and Ferrari in the manufacturer's title. Only 14 points for Ferrari, but they have less cars than everybody else, so that kind of explains that. And getting a 1-2 in the team championship is going to really help the Andretti Autosport team over Scuderia, Ferrari, Penske, McLaren, Red Bull, and Ganassi. Ganassi got 2 points, I believe, with Ericsson. That being said, our next race will be the Texas Motor Speedway. We can't wait to see you for Texas. If you want to join on the Discord, please do so. I will link that in the description below, where you can watch the races live with us. Thank you, and have a great night.